It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes, your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bucs and the Bengals, just ahead on EA Sports.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Tampa.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive.
And they'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. He was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Mahomes going to throw. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one, and to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery.
He finds his man, Sky Moore.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Mahomes on third.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
A first down carry for Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Mayfield firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They'll give them some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Henry up the middle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The Bengals at 11-2 now. Charles, they were losers last time. Now, what do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They'll run it again with Henry. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside. And
touchdown! Ian Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals have moved out in front.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Mahomes now on first down.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. On the move past the 40.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mark Andrews, 59 yards.
And the Bucs have retaken the lead.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Got a man. It's Brown.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Oh, what a move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. This one taken just inside the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of the defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
From the 10.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Deshaun Watson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game, and you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Lamar Jackson, very solid in the win, as his guys figure to be a team to be reckoned with. They now move to 11-3. Now time for a check of the next.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here's Mayfield. Well, there's a new man here under center. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Sky Moore
From 6 yards away.
And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's caught. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes
fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw, it's Mahomes.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Mahomes.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete to Marlon Mack.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
This goes to Mack on the check down.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Mahomes now to throw.
Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. Caught on the slant. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A.J. Brown from 8 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Thomas brings it in.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. That pass complete to Moore.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
And quickly they get to the line. From the 36, Mayfield. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Henry.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Henry again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Derrick Henry.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 times.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield now. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Touchdown, Bengals. Ian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
On first down, Mahomes. And Andrews lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down, here's Henry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 8. 2:18 on the clock. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Mahomes now on first down.
Quick slant to Brown.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Mahomes completes it again to Gage. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. Mahomes able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Mahomes will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Here's Mahomes. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Mahomes to throw it. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a two-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's two-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game.
Mahomes.
And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They got the touchdown, could not, however, get the two-point conversion to cap it, and they're still down by a pair. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.